Hi everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. So before I get going on today's project, there is a whole lot of stuff going on because we're ending a month. August is gone, summer is gone. My favorite season is no longer. At least I love fall, and typically in Indiana, September stays pretty warm. Hopefully it stays warm for a long time because our baby figs are about this big because we had such a weird spring. It got hot so fast, like really hot. I just came back from backstage in New Orleans, and you know, people warn you when you're not from the South how hot it's going to be. And there were a couple of days where it was actually warmer here in Indiana than it was in New Orleans. So it's hot here too. But unfortunately, September can bring not a freeze, but sometimes we get a frost warning. And my tomatoes have just started going gangbusters. So I'm holding hope that we can stretch summer on into September. So with the end of August, celebration is over. And then today is the final day that you can sign up for my retreat. It's online. And the project I'm going to show you is one that features the bundle. So as I do the project, I'll talk a little bit more about that. Then it is also today, September 1st, is the last day. If you are coming to Indianapolis on stage, I'm so looking forward to it. It was so good to be in person with people in New Orleans. So just it's been so long since we've all been together, and that was a ton of fun. So if you are a demonstrator and you are attending Indianapolis on stage, if you don't live near Indy, just get to one of them. There's locations all around the U.S., and that happens the first week in, the second weekend, I think, in November. I have not put dates and things on my calendar yet because it's a little bit scary. The next few weeks I have a lot going on, but we will get to see the new catalog. So if you're coming to Indianapolis the day before, we are having a pre-party. It's stamping and chatting and swapping and just being together. We have a super cool venue. I think one of the coolest downtown that we could have gotten. So today is the last day that you can get early bird. So it's $10 off. There's that includes your admission to the museum where we're holding it, admission to their Christmas display, and then our projects, some snacks. And then also today, we left it this long for demonstrators to sign up. If you know me and you want to come stamp with me, you do not have to be a demonstrator starting today. Now, it may fill. So if you want to come early. I need to go switch the registration form real soon so we know if you're a demonstrator or not. So hopefully by the time this is up, if there is not a question that asks if you're a demonstrator and you're not, then just email me and let me know that you're coming as not a demonstrator. But it will just be stamping and fun. So, and then on the Sunday past that, if you're in our team, then remember we have a team event as well. So that's going to be a great weekend. So that is coming up. And what's ending, so sign up for retreat, sign up for the on stage, and then starting today, Stampin' Up's doing something that they've not done. I think they've done it in the past, but it's been a hot minute. So there's weekly specials. So every week there will be things on special. And as I stamp my project in a second, I'll tell you some of the things that are on special this week because I'm using one of them. That's the beauty of the last minute, is when you don't have a project yet and you can wait and see what's on special because I didn't have my project ready yet. So we have that. Then Perfect Partners, which are the stamp sets and the bundles that I am using for my retreat. You don't have to have them, and I'll explain it in the video coming up, or the tutorial. But those go on sale today. So these are stamp sets. I think there's like 7 of them. I have all of them but one, and the one I'm not going to get. But if you're on my email list, in today's email, you'll get the whole list of all of them. So normally they're just stamp sets. For this month, they have dies that go with them, and the dies are really fun. I'm using those today in the tutorial. That starts today. They're while supplies last. So if there's one that you love, we learned with the tree lot dies and celebration, if you love it, you better not think that you're going to wait and decide what else you're getting. And this month, because of the weekly specials and things going on sale, there will be about 9 to 12 different things that go on sale every week through September. So you can order more than once. So that brings me to my thank you gifts for September, and I kind of tweaked them a little bit because of the weekly specials. I realize that there's a chance that some of you may order more than once, and my thank you gifts always accumulate because I always have that higher level gift, and you get, if you spend $200 and there's a $200 level, you get both the VIP projects, you get both the gifts, like it accumulates, and I do add your orders up at the end of the month. So you can spend $50 and then $150 to hit a $200. But this month, each week that you buy something, you will get 3 hand stamped cards. So it's going to be a little bit more of a nightmare for me. I tell myself, don't do this, because when it comes time to mail, it makes it a little bit more challenging. But I know that that's a easy way to reward you if you buy something this week because it's on sale, and then next week there's like, oh, I need this too. That way I'll be able to throw something in. So my thank you gifts for this month, I'm using these today. I'm using both the things. So you can get the solid faceted gems and then the gold and silver trim. Both of them are on today's project. So I think, oh, and then there's one more thing, and I haven't had time to talk about it. Stampin' Up! Is hosting a stamping event online for everybody. So you don't have to be a demonstrator for that. It's World Card Making Day. I'm fairly 99.9% certain that it is the first Saturday in October. And along with that, there is a special stamp set that you'll need to follow along with those projects. So that goes on sale today. And it's cute. They have a new beanie. They have a new coffee mug. And I placed my order for my first order today, and I forgot all of that stuff. I didn't get my World Card Making Day. You'll have to order again, right? Okay, so that's what I have. So let me turn my camera around, and we'll get going on today's project. All right, so let's do today's project. First, I'm going to show you, because today is the last day that you can sign up for the retreat if you're having anything mailed to you. I'm going to keep the video only portion up a little bit longer so you can get just the videos. And there will be a PDF that has photos of the project, but it's just a photo PDF. My instructions will all be in the videos. We're doing 9 projects. It does take place over a weekend in September. But because it's videos, that's just when I post them. So you can watch them. You'll have access to them forever. So there's no reason that you have to watch them that weekend unless you've set time aside so you can. I am using these 3 bundles. You can substitute anything similar if you have it, or you can use the exact one. You get some free stuff if you do the full thing that comes with all 3, or you can do the option where I pick one. Or if you join my team, then all of my team members always get, my light looks like it's going to fall over. They always get access to all of the videos that my video online classes at no charge. So you can still do that, and then you can see them that way. So the 3 bundles that I'm using, not only are they part of the retreat, they're also part of the promotion that starts today, the Perfect Partners, which means now they have dies. These stamp sets have dies that you can purchase. They're only available while supplies last or through September, whichever happens first. So I'm using Waterfall Canyon. So here's the stamps and the dies. This is mostly just the dies. So that's a fun one. All of these have videos up on my channel. Then this is Apple Harvest. Here. This is the one I did yesterday. I am so working at the last minute because I have nothing ahead. That's what happens when you're self-employed and you go away for over a week. Because I worked through, so you guys got some videos while I was gone, but that took all of my energy to work through, and so now I'm just playing catch up again. So this is Apple Harvest. I did this one yesterday, and y'all loved. I got so many comments about the background, so I'm going to do it again on today's project. And then today I'm doing the second project for trimming the tree. So this is a really fun one. The theme of my retreat is the art of stamping, and I have done a video series it went on longer than I intended. I intended to do 3 projects, and it just kept going because I love the art of stamping, not just stamping in ink. I like that too, and sometimes you're in a hurry or you're giving a card to a 2-year-old. You can just stamp it and be done, but there's other times when I like to get lost in the art of it, and I know that you do too. So that is the theme of the retreat. So this one is a kind of little bit because we embossed on the brushstroke paper. So sometimes you can do things that are a step above and beyond. Today's project, not that, it's just very simple, but I'm using Trimming the Tree for the second time. And then here's all the dies that I'm not using. It comes with a slew of dies, and they're fun. They're like lots of ornaments and bows and stars. I haven't even used the stars. There are 3 different labels that you get. I don't know what this does. So in retreat, we will discover what this little one does. And then here are two that I didn't use, but I did poke them out before I made this, because I thought maybe I would use them and I wanted to see what they did. So here's the second pot, the tree stand, and then here's this one. So you can see they were both embossed. They're really fun, but I wanted you to see that other one because that one could be, the first one could be a basket. This, you could put flowers in it and you could use it all year round. So it doesn't have to just be Christmas. And then I'm using this tree here on today's project. So you can see that it comes with trees that cut out the stamps and then trees that cut out. So I thought, well, I'll have two different sizes of trees. So I ran this through and I popped that out, and then I tried to poke this one out. It doesn't poke out. It's one of the ones that stays in the paper. So we'll have fun using that in retreat because I did not go with that today, but I think you can do some layering. It's really, really pretty. So I can see a background in those on. So I won't be using these anymore on my public channel because to make 9 cards, that's part of what I'm going to have to do coming up. And if you're in Card Club will post the preview soon. I'm hoping to film it this afternoon. I haven't created it yet, but it's last month was a little bit different. This month is going to be a little bit different too. I think you'll really like what I have for you this month. So for this one, paper-wise, I'm going to use the green paper out of this, which is not evergreen. Or maybe this is not evergreen. One of them's not evergreen because those aren't the same greens. But you know, when it's Christmas, we can do lots of greens, right? So I'm going to use this piece here. And then this is one full packet. And you can look below the videos, and I have the links to everything that I'm using. Or you can go to my website and see the little pictures. So this is part of the Lights Aglow, I think, suite. And it's vanilla, gold, and then I think this is evergreen. So I'm going to use these 3 colors. And then I'm going to use, sometimes there are advantages to not working ahead, because yesterday I had no clue what was on sale. Today I did have a clue. So these are part of the sale. They're the craft gift boxes. Some of you, they were also one of the later celebration choices. So some of you may already have them free, but you're going to need more of them once you see how easy they are to put together. So it comes in a package of 10. And this is the weekly special for the first week of September. So if you're watching this and it's past that and you go and you're like, these aren't on sale, that's why. That's the one thing when they give us weekly specials is that you have to, like when I make videos, people can watch it a couple days later and they're like, that's not on sale anymore. But this week it is. So you can see it has a window thing. It will hold cards. It could hold tea bags. It could hold chocolate. It'll hold a lot of different things. It's a really fun size. And then it is already taped. So when we go to put it together, you're just going to be like, oh, I can do that. Because I know sometimes people are a little overwhelmed with boxes. So I'm going to use evergreen and the same stencil that we used yesterday, which I have not washed off. So now I'm likely to get green hands. So I'm going to start just kind of here. And obviously you don't want to do your window, but when you're using the mask, you have control over where you mask. So I'm just going to use my blending brush. If you do the full retreat, you do get blending brushes as well. So I'm just going to kind of dab it. Sometimes I'm going to push, so those will be darker, and sometimes I'm going to dab, and I'm not going to do everywhere. So just kind of around, and then just pick it up and move it. Isn't that pretty? I'll go down here, try to match these back up. Just like that. And again, I don't want everywhere. So we've got that. And then these are the flaps that show. These flaps in here are the inside of the box. And you could flip this around depending on what gift you're putting in here. You could flip it around and do the inside of your box too. So when you see the window sheet, maybe you'll do that. Maybe this time. I thought about it after it was too late last time. Then let's start down here. The only secret is to not go back over where you've just done. And you can tape it if you want, but because I'm letting this be kind of organic, it doesn't really need tape. So I've got that. And by moving it, I just get little sections. And where you start obviously has more ink, and then it just kind of fades on its own. Maybe a splotch there, some over here. It's really fun. So that looks good because we're just decorating the outside of the box itself. So let's see, this would be the inside of the box. I didn't even think about this the first time until I was done, but this is going to be cool because now you'll be able to see that through. For this, I want it to be more the pattern. So we'll just rub that on there. And now when we flip this over in a second, you'll be able to see it. Then I pulled out one of the sayings. There's several different sentiments in this set, and now my hands are green. This is a piece of shimmer white. We'll stamp this on here. And now I'm going, let's go ahead and just put this, I'm going to wipe my hands off. All right, so when you go to put this together, you can see they're all scored. So I find it's easier to just kind of go through and bend up all of the places where it is scored. Just kind of fold them over. And then sometimes, depending on how sturdy the boxes are, I find it helps to flip them back the other way. And I always start the way that it goes and then flip back the other way, because then when you go to put it together, then you're flipping back the right way. So it's just one more time that it's getting flipped. So flip this over, and then here's a little tip for you. If you grab your Take Your Pick tool, you can just grab all of the little tapes off. And this tape is the kind of like our sticky strip. So it holds really well. So you don't have to worry about your box busting open. Now I have my windows open today, and it's a tiny bit muggy, but I just wanted to enjoy the fresh air. So you can probably hear my fan. You can probably hear the cicadas. It's really the cicadas that I like. It sounds like September. And I like the way that sounds. It sounds like home. Oh yes, I like that. So now all you need to do is fold these up. And then these little flaps fold in. So start with the ones that are out here on the edge, because they're the easiest to line up, and then everything else will fall into place. So just put those on there and then squeeze it. And put these in here. I should have done it the other direction so you could see better. So see, you're just folding these in. Well, there's really not a good way for you to see it without my hands being in the way, because my hands have to be there to get them in. If you make sugar cookies or something decorated, or if you make ornaments for people, think of all the things that you could stick in this box. Now you're gonna fold those in. Fold this down. And see, that was the same way I was doing those. You just put that in there, line them up, and then pinch it. And then your box just closes. Just like that. So you can see I didn't fold these two back the other way. They were the ones that really needed it. But that's good. So when you do it, just make sure you fold this flat back the other direction. I knew I didn't get all of them. I was hoping I got the ones that mattered. So now I'll just take these over to my die cut machine. This tag is beautiful. You are going to love it when you see it. I'm switching the colors on this one from the one I did first. So we're going to do some bows in the gold, and then the small tree, which cuts all the way out, I'm going to do in the gold, and those three. And on this one, I intentionally cut it so it looked like the gold was falling down. So when you just line this up on your paper and trim around it, just do that. And then I'm going to use the vanilla to do my lights. All right, so these are all punched out. You do have to run these through with this paper individually. I tried it the first time and I stacked them, and it didn't really work that well, because it's got all these fun little things here, which you can also just take a few of them. You don't have to do all of them. And if you noticed on the foil, you can see them more without poking them. But anytime you have the glitter paper, it kind of sticks to it. The other thing I wanted to say is look how tiny and how petite and how beautiful these are. So there are a lot of tiny little dies in this set, but how many of you are like me and you get strips of bigger than this, but strips of your beautiful glimmer paper from years past, and you just can't throw it away because it's like throwing away diamonds or beautiful stuff. So you have all these little tiny pieces of glimmer paper, this set's perfect for it. And in fact, the bows, they can go on birthday presents, or you could use those all year round. So now you're going to be shocked how easy this is to put together. I am going to take my, oh, and it's running out. I have like 3 of them on the table. So we'll do this one in a little bit of a different order than my first one. So I'm just putting adhesive on the bottom of my trees because I don't necessarily want it to show through the, I'm going to switch it because here's where I kind of overdid the masking. So just put that on, press them on there. You can use glue because I'm going to use glue in a second. So if you want to use glue, just use glue to do this. And then this one I want to be on top. So we have a little evergreen forest down here. I made it. Don't see the red's coming. It's almost out, but I think I only have to I can use glue if I want. Now look how beautiful this is. So it has the little places where we can put ribbon, but it's tiny. It's a tiny hole, so you have to be careful if you're going to use regular size ribbon. But my gift with purchase this month, because Christmas is coming and all of where we start to think, I think when September hits after Labor Day, we all start thinking about projects for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, because if you wait, then you can't enjoy the holiday because you're busy making all your projects. So this silver and gold trim is one of my thank you gifts if you purchase from my website this month. To do the ribbon the way I did it, you'll want to go down on this side, which is the left side. So through one of the holes, and there's 2, so it went through the first one. So on this one over here, I'm going to do it because there's 2 holes, it gives you some options on how you tie your cord on here. I'm just going to take this and jam it in here. Yep. So the nice thing about the cord is it will tie, but it doesn't tie so tight that they can't open it and then retie it. But I want this to stay on here, so this is always part of it. So lay this on here. This should be enough on this side to tie it. So I am going to put some adhesive here. Hopefully I have enough. And you can see this through the window, but it's on this side of it, so nobody's going to really be looking at the other. And then just kind of lay this centered on here. Press that on, and then just wrap this around. And then remember, you need enough that's going to come up and tie. And then I like to bring it on back over here and just kind of tie it either on the edge or next to the cord. Either way works. And I don't tie a bow because then it's harder for the person to get it untied. You could print pictures, because how many of us don't print pictures anymore because they're all in our phone? Print a bunch of pictures, especially if you have a black and white one, and put it on the top. Put the colored ones underneath, but how pretty would a black and white picture be? It's right underneath that, but I do like the background as well. Then I am going to use my glue for this part. So we have the little swag here. And it fits just perfect across the top of our little window. And my bows. There are stars in the kit that are tiny, but think of all of the scraps colors that you have. So you could put ornaments on your tree because there's a ton of little die ornaments in there. There's the stars, so you could do a 4th of July one. You could do banners like this for New Year's. And that will dry on there. It doesn't take much of this glue to hold those little guys on there. And then my other gift with purchase this month, remember, are the solid faceted gems. And so you can use, like, if you want to add some pop of color. Should I do a pop of color on this one? On the other one, I only did the, I think this is evergreen too. Look at those. Maybe this is spruce. And sometimes when, you have an ink and a cardstock and a ribbon, the dye lots of stuff can be a little off because when they're not always perfect. So I don't know what greens all of these are, but on my other one, I've only used this. Let's go. I kind of like the pink. Kind of hard to see them, isn't it? Kind of like the lighter pink. This is sorbet, I think. Even the blue's kind of pretty. Let's go. I'm spending way too long thinking about a color. Hey, I'm just going to do, I think this is either pool party or succulent. You could do 3 colors. You could put 5 on it and do 5 colors. That would be all of them. And there you go. A super easy little box. Remember, they're on sale just this week. And in my email, I will tell you how the weeks work because it started on a Thursday. So I don't know if I think it goes Thursday to, I think you have till next Wednesday to purchase the stuff that's on sale. There are these. I used these yesterday. They're on sale. The puff paint is on sale. There's a bunch of the craft stuff. So the craft 6x6 paper is on sale. And the note cards and envelopes that come in a craft box. Those are your card club, which means that you will get lots more envelopes this month than you normally do. But you could mix and match all this craft colored stuff. I did write it down. I don't know where I put my paper. The linen paper. Oh, and this Splendid Day paper, that metallic paper, beautiful. And it was we used it in Card Club a couple of months ago. So if you fell in love with that and you want to get another packet of it, it's on sale. The brushed butterflies, we have used those before. Oh, and then I did pull these out because I will try to get through. I don't think I'll get to them in a week. That's the bad thing. They give us this stuff and I can't do this many things in a week. These are the Summer Shadow dies. There's a stamp set that matches them. I have other videos on my channel that use them, but they're flowers and they're really pretty and leaves. They would do really well with the Art of Stamping techniques, but they have a stamp set that matched them. I think that's it. There's like, the round and square brads are on it. And the papaya ribbon, I think I may have already said that. So a bunch of stuff. You'll want to make sure if you are not on my email list to get on it. And then every week, the week thing's hard. I'm used to saying month. Every week, I will make sure that you are reminded that there's new things on sale. And remember, if you purchase this month with me every week, each time you purchase in a new week, Thursday to Thursday, then that when I send your thank you gifts, you'll get 3 cards for every week. So if you purchase all 4 weeks, you'll get 12 of my hand stamped cards. Everybody have a great one. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.